Hey everybody, Don Georgievich here with Job Interview Tools. Today I want to give you my best last minute interview pointer. So if you have a job interview coming up like in the next hour or two and you want to ace it, go ahead and let me know by liking this video, subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell, and we'll dive right in. So you got a job interview coming up today and you waited until the last minute to get ready. Well, there's nothing that you can do about that now, so let me see if I can help you get through it. So for starters, get a copy of the job description and print it out. And get a pen and mark it up. And look for all the areas that you think are most important to them. Look for repeating patterns. Look for where they say the same thing, but they use different words. These are all repeating patterns of what they're interested in. And this is the focus. This shows what they're most interested in. So if they talk about leadership, coaching, mentorship, hiring, all those things are tied to management and leadership. So you definitely want to focus on those areas, and you want to have experience statements and examples ready to talk about so you can show them how relevant you are. I mean, this job description that you have, this is a blueprint for what they're looking for. Don't just glance at it and look at the title and say, oh, it says marketing director. I think I'd like that. No, you got to go through it in detail. Like I said, it's a blueprint. It's exactly what they are looking for in somebody and what they want to accomplish. So spend a good deal of time of your 60 minutes, spend 10 going over the job description and focusing on all their key areas that are important to them, because that's why they're interviewing somebody in the first place. I mean, they've got a problem. They're looking for somebody to solve it. That problem, their problems are identified and just laid out in that job description, and they're just hoping someone like you is going to come along and say, well, I think I can do all this stuff. But you know what? Just saying you can do all that stuff, that's not good enough. You have to show them that you can do this. I mean, anybody can go in there and say, oh, yeah, I can do that, and I can do that, and I can do that. That doesn't fly. You have to come up with real stories and examples that talk about your experiences, that give them the feeling, the sense that you can actually do what they're looking for. And you have to be able to talk intelligently about it. Now, speaking of talking intelligent, like I said, you got that job description. Highlight key words that they use. And then use those same words when you talk to them. So when you're in the interview and you're talking, make sure you reference specifically the technologies, the keywords, the buzzwords, whatever it is. Reference those in the interview. And that's going to make you sound more relevant because you're using their words from their job description, and they're going to say like, wow, this guy, he really sounds like, the person we're looking for. He looks like us, he sounds like us, he talks like us, he must be one of us. Very, very important. So many people ignore that step. So next thing, demonstrate that you understand their needs, because that is one of the most important things. Like I said, they need to solve problems. That's why they're hiring somebody. So you want to go in there and show them that you understand their needs. Now, maybe they don't put all the detail in the job description about what they need and stuff and their problems. So during the interview, ask them questions like, hey, what are some of the biggest problems that you guys see with this project? Or, who are some of the biggest competitors that are, stealing away your business? And, what are your plans to deal with that? Ask them some questions to discover their problems. And then when you know what their problems are, you can say, hey, you know what? I got an idea for you. Have you tried this or have you tried that? I mean, if you think about it, you're in there to help them solve their problems. You're like a consultant. Don't even think of yourself as a candidate at this point. Think of yourself as a consultant going in there to help them figure out how to solve whatever it is that's troubling them and be a solution to the problems. They'll love you for it. Trust me, it works, really. Okay, when you're talking about your skills and stuff and how great you are, I mean, don't beat them up over the head with how awesome you are. I mean, just, go in there and just talk about some of the things that you can do casually. You don't want to keep saying, oh, I can do this and I can do that and bam, bam, bam. Let it easy. Just take it easy on them. And just gently feed them, spoon feed them all of your skills and your accomplishments in a way that, just makes you sound and look awesome, because you are. Just don't beat them up over the head with it. Now, keep this in mind. Employers are selfish. and they're only concerned with what you can do for them. Period. I mean, they're all capitalists. They're in it for themselves. They don't care that, maybe you don't have a job, maybe you don't have any income, and, and that you're desperate for it, or you've been out of work for 6 months. They don't care. I mean, maybe they care, but, they don't care so much that they're going to hire you if you're not qualified for the job. They're looking for somebody who can come in and solve their problems. So you don't want to go in there and tell them that, well, I need this job because, I don't have any money, or I'm not going to be able to make my rent, or, whatever it is, whatever your story is. We've all had them. I've had them. I've probably been unemployed more than anybody. I've been out of work so many times, up and down with wives and kids and houses and car payments. It's tough. I know your pain. But you know what? Employers don't care. They don't care. So when they ask you, why you want this job or why do you want to work here? Don't tell them I need the money, I need a job, I need to work. Tell them why you really want to be there. Connect your reasons for being there with what they're doing. Like if you are in, accounting, and this is an accounting position, tell them, you love working with the numbers. You love making financial models. You love making graphs. You love making predictions and estimations. And it just makes you feel so good at the end of the day to build these financial models. Whatever it is. Whatever it is you do that connects you to them. Don't go in there and say, oh, I'd like to work here because I've heard this is a nice place. Now granted, not every company has a big reputation that's attracting people. So you're going to have to find something unique about them and this position and what you like and why you want to do it. All right? Because they don't care about your needs. Sadly, they don't care. They're in it for themselves. So to really stand out, tell them what your own plans are for the job. Now, this is a better tip for like a second interview. So like say you had a first interview, you went in there and you found out a little bit about the job. So now you're going back for a second interview. Tell them what your plans are for the job. Say, well, you know what? I've really thought about this job and I thought about some of the problems and the challenges that's facing this department. And I've got some ideas for you. And, here's some of my own thoughts and plans for how you can, solve this problem or improve efficiency or improve customer service. Be a solution to their problems. So like I said, that works better. It works better for a second interview because, like I said, you've had a chance to think about it. And now you're going in there saying, yeah, I can help you and here's how I think we can do it. Be a solution. Tell them what your plans are for the job. Another thing, let them know that, you're not afraid of wearing many different hats, meaning that, you don't mind switching, from doing this job to this job to this job to this job. Let them know that you're comfortable doing a variety of different things and that, it's not, you don't need to just be doing one thing all the time. Let them know that you're comfortable, maybe, working in one area and then moving to another area, and that you're comfortable helping your colleagues too. Share that with them, that you are a great mentor and a coach to your colleagues. Employers love to hear that. I can't tell you. I see job descriptions all the time from my clients. You can't believe how many of them mention coaching and mentoring because they want knowledge within the organization to be shared freely. They don't want just one person sitting back in their cubicle absorbing all the information and keeping it to themselves. They want it dispersed and shared. And they want they want people to help other people. That's how that company can grow. So I encourage you to share how you love to coach and mentor your colleagues. Let them know that you know how to get things done without a lot of direction. Meaning that, you're not the type of person that needs constant reassurance and direction from your manager. And that you can't, so much as pick up a pen without asking them, which color should I pick? Show them, let them know that you don't mind being managed. You don't need to be micromanaged, but once you have your work, you are capable and resourceful of going out and completing it and getting it done on time. Let them know that you're very independent that way. Next, let them know that you're a team player, a leader, and a teacher. And then back that up with real examples from your past about how you have done all these things. And I can tell you right now, without even looking at you, that, and you may not even realize this, but you have been all of these things in your life. Maybe not to the extent of others, but in one way, you have been a leader. You have been a teacher. You really have. We all have. We've all helped other people get things done. We've all led things, no matter, how small or insignificant. We've all been a leader. So share with them your experiences. I mean, even if you're just a fresh college grad, and you'd be like, well, Don, I just got out of college. I'm not a leader. I bet somewhere in college you led something, whether it was a study group or whatever. You led something. You took charge somewhere, or you got voted to a level to take over. Or even if it was just, a mock training exercise in one of your classes and you were appointed the leader of the group. Somewhere that has happened to you. So bring those experiences out, because employers love leaders. They love people who can take charge and get things done. Now, more than anything, keep your answers short. Don't babble on. If you're talking for more than 45 seconds, you're talking too long. The interviewer's checked out. You want to keep your answers real short and on point. Now, maybe you're trying to tell a story and the story is this big. Compress it down to this big. Sure, they're just this small. And if they want to know more, they'll ask you more. But if you just sit there and prattle on endlessly, blah, 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 they're going to get bored. They're going to become disconnected. I mean, our human minds just aren't capable, at least not everybody's, especially not mine, capable of listening so intently to one person talk. It's really hard to do. And the longer they listen to you, the more disconnected they become to what you're saying. So you want to get the meat of your answer out quickly, within 20 to 30 seconds. So you want to satisfy their answer, because they asked you a question, you got to give them an answer. So short, on-point answers. If they want to know more, they will ask you follow-up questions. Now, if this is a phone interview that you have, I encourage you to smile on the phone. You'd be like, what are you talking about? It's a phone interview. How are they going to see me? Well, you know what? They can hear you. They can hear you smile. So if you're talking on the phone, put a big smile on, and it's going to slightly change the tone of your voice to where they can hear a smile on the other end. Trust me, it happens, it works, and it's just going to give your message, put a lot more feeling and emphasis and kindness into what you're saying. Trust me on that one, really. And to remind yourself to smile, you're going to have a page of notes in front of yourself. Draw a little happy face on your notes. And then when you look down at your notes, you see that little happy face, be like, hey, Don told me to write that there. And that I should smile in the interview. So if this is a face-to-face interview, definitely smile. It releases so much tension in you and in the interviewer. Smiles are just wonderful. They just kind of cut it all out, and it's going to make the whole interview just a little bit smoother, a little bit nicer, a little bit warmer, which is what we want. All right, so one of the biggest things you're going to have to do is prove worth. You're going to have to show them that you are worth your salt. And you do this by examples. You don't just go in there and say, I am a senior programmer, I'm really good, or I am a web developer, or I am a project manager. You're going to have to back it up. You're going to want to give them real examples of stories of how you have done things before, so they can get a feeling for that. One of the most important things you can do. And then, lastly, enthusiasm. And I can't speak highly enough of that. You have to go in there, an interview with full intensity, passion, and enthusiasm. I mean, put your body into everything that you're doing and saying. So it's not just your lips that are moving. It's your whole body. It's the way you talk. It's the way you look. It's the way you compose yourself. I mean, when I'm talking to you here, I am sitting up straight. Well, maybe I have a little hunch, but I am sitting up straight in my chair. And I am talking with full intensity because I'm trying to get through to you. So as I make this video here for you, I mean, you don't see me sitting slouched back in my chair and trying to tell you how you should be energized and full of enthusiasm in your interview, do you? I wouldn't be selling you on the idea there, would I? No. And when you're in the interview, you are selling them on you. You are the product. So you have to show them that you are the full deal. So full enthusiasm means tone of voice, means eye contact, it means body language, proper breathing, sitting up straight. Look the part when you're in the interview. Use your voice. And you know what? Maybe you have a soft voice. Maybe you're just really very soft-spoken. But you can push that a little bit harder. Everybody can. You can raise your voice, enunciate your words, project yourself. Because it's been proven that only 7% of what people hear from you is related to the actual content of your words. 7%. 33% is body language, or 38%. So the way I compose myself and the way I sit up like this, 38%, it adds 38% to your message. And then 55% is all in the tone of your voice and the way you speak. So 7% of your message is content, and that's what's heard. It's the least part of it all. So it's not so much what you say, but it's how you say it. All right, my friend, good luck on your interview that's coming up. Now, hopefully you don't have it in an hour. Hopefully you have a little bit more time. So I want to give you a little free gift while you're here, since you spent so much time watching me, helping you get through this process. I want to give you the top 10 interview questions. This is my free ebook. It's only about 20 or 30 pages. This has, well, it has top 10 interview questions in it that are going to teach you how to answer, why do you want to work here? Tell me about yourself. And, you know, what do you like about this job? What are your weaknesses? What are your strengths? Why should we hire you? It's going to cover all those for you. It's going to give you multiple answers for those too. You can download this from jobinterviewtools.com/top10 and just send this right over to you. Just put your email address in there, tell me where to send it, and you can download this and go over this and start reading those questions and getting ready for your interview. Now, if you want to go a little bit farther than that, I would and you have a little bit more time than an hour, I would strongly suggest the complete interview answer guide. Now, this one's not free. This one's like $50. But this one is available in ebook, physical hard copy like you see here, and audio and video. So if you like to learn to answer questions and stuff by downloading the audio tracks to your phone, this is the one that you want. And it's the only one in the world like that. Believe it or not, this is the only book that has audio, video, PDF, and hard copy book. I'm the only one on the planet that has all this. I cannot believe it. At least I think I am. I haven't found anybody else yet. But this guide has over 140 different questions in it. And it's got behavioral questions, because they're probably going to ask you behavioral questions too. That's where you use the STAR method, where you talk about situation and action and result. It's a whole nother video. But this book here has about 40 different behavioral questions in it. And it's going to get you ready for those. So if you have a behavioral interview coming up and you have a little bit more time than 55 minutes, or maybe 45, because I've already used up 15 of your minutes, grab a copy of this. You can get this from jobinterviewtools.com. Like I said, it's about $50. The hard copy and the video and stuff, a little bit more, but not too much. All right, my friend, that's all I got for you today. Good luck on your interview, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.